Hey guys, it's Nikki and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today's video all about the different types of pouches that you can purchase at Stoney Clover Lane. If you're not sure what Stoney Clover is, no worry, we'll jump into it, but make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get started. Of Stoney Clover, it is kind of like a lifestyle brand. They do lots of different items. They collaborate with big companies. They've done Disney, Coca-Cola. They did a collaboration with Gilmore Girls recently, and lots of then different collections. They have like a fall, spring, iridescent. They did like a ski lodge. They just have new stuff coming out all of the time. So if that does interest you, make sure you go give them a follow over on Instagram to always know what the latest jazzy things they're releasing. But I will first go ahead and link my Stoney Clover playlist in the description down below, so you can go ahead and check that out after this video. But in today's video, we are going to be comparing all of the different Stoney Clover pouches. So I've done a comparison on backpacks, on the tote and duffel, on the fanny packs, and so today we are doing a comparison on the different pouches that they offer. If you're wanting any other type of Stoney Clover videos, let me know that in the comments down below too. I know a lot of you find my channel through the Stoney Clover universe, and so I really do appreciate that, and I want to make sure that I'm sharing any information that I have with you to help you make the best type of purchase. These items are not cheap, and so when purchasing your first Stoney Clover item, it is kind of hard to decide what to go with first. So I'm here to help you and help you decide which items would be best for you. So like I said, today's video is going to be about the different pouches that they have. I have 4 different pouches sitting in front of me. I'm pretty sure that is all of the pouches that they offer, but these are the only ones that I have. So we're just gonna dive on into it. Start with the smallest and then work our way up. So the first pouch that you can purchase is a mini, and these little babes are so little. So this is my hand. I do have pretty big hands, so just like preference that. But this is the size of my hand versus the mini pouch. The mini pouch can fit in a jumbo, can fit in a small, and obviously then could fit in a large. So a couple of the newer minis I've noticed, they are a lot more structured. A couple of my older minis are just like more floppy. These ones are a lot more structured, which I do enjoy, but they are very mini, and so they can fit. I put like camera batteries in here. I have one mini, and it might be this one that's full of magic bands. Yep, so I like put all of my magic bands in here for our different trips that we go on to Disney. I will put lip chap and my summer Fridays and my Touchland hand sanitizer and just like band-aids, randomness, liquid IVs in minis. And it just keeps smaller items organized, and then you know, like, okay, I know all of my magic bands are in my Pluto mini pouch, and then you don't have to go digging around trying to find which magic band that you're looking for. Next up is the small pouch. So I would say the small pouch is probably the most versatile. The large is too, but like the large is obviously large, and so large is obviously large, but the small you can use for a lot. So this is my Gilmore Girls small pouch, and I currently use this as my like cabin bag when we were traveling. We always fly Southwest, so I have like my carry-on and then my personal item, and I just throw this in my duffel or my tote. I had like my sunglasses. I think I had like 2 pairs of sunglasses, some gum, hand sanitizer, lipstick, some tissues, just like random things that I might need when we're flying. I'll throw my AirPods in here. I think I had our passports in here for the cruise as well. And I just like to throw lots of random things in here. So the small, and I do want to mention, all of these pouches come in like core colors, and then during like their collections or collaborations, they'll release them in the different prints. So you can technically fit a mini, so like think of one mini as like 2 smalls, and then your small pouch can then get ahead of ourselves, but your small pouch can fit into your large pouch. So you can really fit 3 small pouches in a large. You can do 2 smalls side by side and then have one like laying on top of it as well. I know you're like, you literally have a pouch for a pouch. Like, are you just using a large and then putting 2 smalls in here? Technically, no, I'm not. But for like my toiletries, I have a lot of like my smaller toiletries in a small pouch, and then I use my large pouch, put that one in together, and then I can like put the randomness around it. But then it just keeps it more organized. In a large pouch, when we get into it, you'll see that they can hold a lot. And so in order to like help yourself stay organized and know where everything is at that you need when you're traveling, it's nice to have them all in their certain pouches. So next up is a medium, and I'm sure you're like, what, they have a medium? Technically no, they just have the small. They technically don't have a medium. It's a mini, a small, and a large. However, in some of the collaborations, they will do a medium insulated pouch. I had to show you this one. I just love these insulated pouches so much. So I very much make sure that we stay hydrated when we are traveling, especially in the Disney parks. And this is so helpful to bring to the parks in my backpack. With this, I will throw some water bottles in here. I'll throw our Uncrustables in here. You would have to like put a ice pack in here if you wanted something to stay cold. My biggest thing is I just don't want the waters to like get all over everything else, in my backpack. Thus, I just throw them in here and it stays nice and cool, because normally the waters are cold from the fridge, and then if they have any like condensation on them or anything, it'll just get in here. But it's insulated, and so at least it's like a little bit more helpful than just nothing, or just roaming around in my backpack. I know, okay, pink medium pouch, that's the insulated pouch, that is where our waters and maybe even like Uncrustables or like some snacks may go. I could see this being really helpful if you have any kiddos and you need something to stay cold, but just make sure that you have ice packs that you can put. Now on to our large pouches. So this is a clear large, and not all of them are clear. I actually just purchased this one when they re-released the Disney Princess print, and I actually purchased this one because I wanted it to be clear. And I'm thinking of getting, they posted this, so this is not my idea, this was Stoney Clover's idea, but they got it first. They like showed it customized, and it said crowns, but it's like for your ears or like headbands or anything. I normally use my Tiana pouch for my ears, but I'm excited to try this one. And then sometimes it's hard to know like what actually is in that pouch, especially if you have a couple of larges. So it'll be nice to be able to stick ears in here and be able to see through and be like, oh yeah, those are my Mickey ears. I can normally fit like 5 or 6 ears comfortably in these. I do it like every other, so I'll do like ears up, ears down, ears up, ears down, ears up, ears down, and so on until like I just feel like I can't squeeze any more in there. But I do really love the clear. Majority of their large pouches are not clear, and they're just a print or color. My favorite core color is grape, and so I also have a grape large. I have a lot of larges, honestly. They're just like roaming all over this house, who knows where they're all at. But I do love the large. It fits so much. It's a great toiletry bag. If there's one item that, if you asked me if there's one item that you should get for your first purchase, I would definitely say a large. It's just so versatile. While the small that I said is very versatile as well, the large just holds more. But if that, I would say definitely get the large as like your first pouch. and then you could go and get the small maybe as your second, or if I would say a fanny pack, get a fanny pack. It's honestly so great. This one is kind of dirty because I have used it as my toiletry bag in the past, but the best thing about all of these is you can either spot clean them with like Dawn Power Wash and just like a wet washcloth, or you can just throw them in the wash. Don't dry them, just throw them in the wash. They hold up so well. And if you have any questions about washing your Stoney Clover, just throw them in the comments down below. I've washed plenty of mine. I need to like rewash a couple, but they do hold up and last a very long time. This zipper is very sturdy, and it really like can hold its shape. Some of them are kind of slouchy, but I feel like the ones recently have very good boning just all throughout, and it really holds its shape, whether it's in your duffel or your backpack or whatever it is. It really does hold its shape. So overall, you can use each one of these pouches within themselves. So I could stick my 2 minis in here, and this is how I'll sometimes pack as well. I have my small, and then I have my 2 minis with like my park items or my magic bands in both of those, and then again we could fit another small on top right there if needed. So while yes, I do love the large and would recommend probably purchasing a large first, all kind of just come together like a little puzzle. We can't forget about our medium, our insulated girly, but the majority of the time I'm always intermixing my small minis and my larges together. I'll also link all my pack with me videos in the description down below, just so you can see how I use each one when I'm packing, what I pack in them, and different things like that. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned some more about the Stoney Clover pouches. I always like want to say patches and then pouches for patches, because it's just like all over the place. Also to mention, all of your pouches can be customized with patches, and so they can get them to look like whatever you want depending on what type of patches they have available at that time. But I'll also leave the link to Stoney Clover Lane's website down below. They always have colors in stock. If they don't have something that you want, also I highly recommend joining a Facebook group for a resale. A lot of people sell their items so they can get something new, or I feel like a lot of people buy the Disney ones and then end up selling them after a trip. I don't do that, but to each their own. Magical rest of your day. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see lots of magical moments here at home and at the theme parks. Please give this video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you real soon. Bye.